Hey, mic check. Mic check. Awesome. Check. Mic work.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into North Polk Comets girls varsity basketball. Tonight, North Polk is going to match up against the Gilbert Tigers, and it should be a fun matchup tonight.
Absolutely. I'm really excited. Last year, North Polk sustained 2 losses during the regular season, one of them to 5A Johnston and one of them to 3A Gilbert.
And Gilbert's looking to be just as dominant this year. They're supposed to be one of the top teams in 3A basketball as well as North Polk. So it should be a good all-around game to watch, as both teams have very strong defenses and both teams can execute offensively just as well as one another.
Absolutely. I'm excited. I believe the specific rankings are North Polk is 2nd in 3A and Gilbert is 5th. So should be a good game. I'm really excited to see what happens here. I talked to Coach Albertson before the game today, and he's excited. He thinks it's going to be a great game for both sides, and he thinks that the North Polk Comets can come out with a win tonight.
Yeah, and I definitely think the same thing. North Polk's coming off a win here against Pella Tuesday, and that was a great game for them. Great game for them to get in their own rhythm and to be able to show their fans what they can do defensively as well as on the offensive end. We saw North Polk with a very strong defense there to start that game, and it should translate very well to this game as well.
Yeah, I mean, I'm very excited. And on the boys' side of the court, we have another great matchup that we're going to be seeing later tonight. Overall, I got to say that it's shaping up to be a really good game down here in Alleman.
Yeah, and starting here for the North Polk Comets once again is going to be Jaden Murphy, Lucy Schaefer. We have Abby Hill starting tonight, Maggie Phipps, as well as Abby Zimmer. Starting here for the Gilbert Tigers is going to be number 10, Ava Hawthorne. We got number 11, Nessa Johnson. Number 3, Catherine Currens. Number 21, Emma Bowman, as well as number 24, Thea Rotto.
And we're going over to the Comets. Oh, Lucy Schaefer. Talk about a great player defensively. I was able to connect with the basket a few times last game. Really exciting to see her in the lineup. Abby Zimmer, also another great player on both sides of the ball. Maybe one of the most complete players that we have. You know, Jada Murphy, you can say a lot about her. Last game, she was dominant under the basket. Looking forward to seeing a lot of that tonight. It's going to be pretty exciting. Maggie Phipps, Drake basketball commit. Very exciting to see her play every time. And Abby Hill, a new one to the starting lineup. She's a senior, I believe the tallest girl on the team, so we'll see how that goes.
And this is her first varsity start for Abby Hill. And we'll be back right here after the national anthem.
And next we're going to the national anthem. And on the national anthem there was seniors Zoe Dorr, Sammy Martin, Mitch Mead, and Jonathan Lems.
And this game here is right about to get underway. The coaches are just having some meetings with the teams real quick, and then we'll be watching the tip-off. And like Chris was saying earlier, we have Abby Zimmer and Lucy Schaefer in the starting lineup, and they are just such great defensive players. And I'm expecting to see the same thing translate to this game. They just have the intensity and the desire to want to get the ball that this team needs in order to be a threat on defense.
Yeah. And the players I see rotating into the lineup very early, Michaela Boatman, number 4, lockdown shooter, shot a lot of threes last week and made last Tuesday and made a lot of those threes last Tuesday. So I'm excited to see what she does tonight. Along with that, Hannah Foster, very similar player to Lucy Schaefer, great aggressive, can play D. So I'm really excited to see where that goes.
Tipping off here for the Comets is Jaden Murphy. And Comets here are going to win the tip. Number 10, Lucy Schaefer, will have the ball here as she takes it up the floor. She kicks it over to Abby Zimmer. Phipps cuts inside. Zimmer swings it over to Schaefer. Schaefer up top here. Finds Murphy on the wing. Back up top to Schaefer. Schaefer gives it to Zimmer. Zimmer inside to Murphy. Murphy decides to post up, passes out to Hill. Hill up top to Schaefer. Schaefer drives in, kicks it out to Zimmer. Zimmer spins in, finds Schaefer. Schaefer tries to get it up top to Murphy there, but a foul is called on Gilbert.
Gilbert's going to draw the first foul tonight.
That'll be called on number 24, Thea Rotto. Zimmer to inbound. Inbounds to Murphy up top. Murphy for 3. No good. An offensive foul is called. And I believe that is on Lucy Schaefer.
Looks like the Tigers going to get their first shot at drawing first blood.
Ava Hawthorne will take the ball up here for the Tigers. 2 screens right as she's up top, passes it over there to Nessa Johnson as she drives in, tries to get it there to Thea Roto, but it's stolen away by Zimmer. Zimmer rushes up the floor, decides to slow down the offense. Zimmer spins in, drives inside, finds Hill. Hill in the corner now. Swings it across the court to Murphy. Murphy pump fakes, kicks it in the corner to Zimmer. Zimmer up top to Schaefer. Schaefer finds Murphy. Murphy tries to drive in. Murphy loose ball here as she tried to get that over to Hill, but it's stolen away by Ava Hawthorne. Hawthorne with the ball now. Looks to drive inside, takes the ball back out top here. Drives middle, floats that ball up there, and that shot's good by Ava Hawthorne. Comets are down 0-2. Lucy Schaefer now. Tigers here with a press. Zimmer back to Schaefer. Schaefer across that court. Looks for Zimmer, but throws the ball away. Stolen by Ava Hawthorne. Hawthorne drives inside. Layup is good. She has all 4 points here for the Tigers.
Tigers draw first blood.
Zimmer here. Tigers with the press defense. Foul is called. I believe that will be on number 3, Catherine Kearns. Schaefer to inbound on the sideline here. Schaefer looking for Zimmer. She finds her. Zimmer crosses half court. Swings it over to Phipps on the left wing. Phipps looks to drive inside, spins, almost loses control of the ball there. Finds Murphy wide open for the 3. Murphy's just off. Abby Hill almost comes up with the offensive rebound, but Catherine Kearns battles inside. Foul will be called on Abby Hill.
You know, I believe that was Maggie Phipps' first ball contact tonight. I don't think she touched the ball until that little possession there.
And a slow offensive start here for the Comets that have yet to find points here early in this game. Emma Bowman with the ball here for the Tigers. She dribbles past half court. She gets stopped, swings it up top to Emma Bowman. It's called out of bounds on Abby Hill. Hawthorne to inbound here for the Tigers. Finds Johnson. Johnson looks over to number 24, Roto, but it's tipped out of bounds by the Comets. Hawthorne to inbounds here again. Finds Roto. Roto up top to Bowman. Bowman to Hawthorne for 3. No good. Lucy Schaefer finds the rebound, but a travel is called. She took a step there before she dribbled.
You know, I must be suffering from some amnesia because I thought the Tigers only made 1 shot thus far, but the score has them up 4-0. They did make 2. My mistake.
Hawthorne inbounds here. She finds Johnson. Johnson over there to Roto. Roto tries to lay it up. It's no good. Hawthorne on the left corner. Drives inside. Tries to lay it up. Blocked by Murphy. Abby Hill there for the rebound.
You know,
Zimmer
we've come to expect that from Murphy.
Court. Schaefer up top to Hill. Over to Murphy in the corner. Murphy pump fakes. Drives inside. Passes it over to Hill. Hill over to Schaefer. Schaefer pump fakes. Kicks over to Zimmer. Zimmer back to Hill. Hill in the corner. Hill up top to Schaefer on the wing. Swings it over to Zimmer. Zimmer inside to Murphy. Murphy post up, drives in. Layup is no good by Jaden Murphy, but Hill is there for the offensive rebound. Phipps for 3, and a little long on that shot as Ava Hawthorne grabs the rebound for the Tigers. Hawthorne up to Bowman, back to Hawthorne. Finds Roto. Roto over to Bowman. Bowman inside to Johnson for the layup. No good as Schaefer grabs the rebound.
It feels weird not seeing the Comets with a score thus far in the game.
As Schaefer has the ball, kicks it over into the corner to Hill. Hill inside to Murphy. Back to Hill as she cuts inside. A travel will be called. And we're going to see Boatman, Foster, as well as Anderson checked in here for the Comets.
Looking like a big lineup change. We have number 4, Michaela Boatman, the freshman messiah herself, coming into the game in the place of number 10, Lucy Schaefer.
Bowman inbounds to Hawthorne. Hawthorne takes the ball across half court here, picked up by Bowman. Over there to Cruz. Cruz kicks it inside there to Roto. Roto drives in, tries to lay it up. Defense is too good for her as she misses that layup. Foster will take the ball up the floor here. Pushing the ball up here quickly, looking for some offense as Murphy's open for three. And that shot's good by Jaden Murphy. The first points on the board for the Comets. It is now 3-4. Comets down by 1.
That's going to make the score 3-4.
Bowman
that is
hits
going to make the
three
score
for the Tigers.
7-3.
7-3 here. Tigers in the lead. Murphy over into the corner to Boatman. Boatman pump fakes, drives inside, pull up midi. No good by Michaela Boatman.
That's a rare sight for Michaela Boatman.
Rebounded by Cruz. Back over to Hawthorne to take the ball across half. Hawthorne now finds Roto on the wing. Bowman in the corner finds Hawthorne up top. Hawthorne with some dribble moves there against Bowman. In the corner there to Roto for three. No good. Sydney Anderson is not there for the rebound. It's back to Roto. Bowman drives inside. Layup is good by Bowman.
Wow.
Foster now with the ball here for the Comets. Press defense here once again by the Tigers. Finds Sydney Anderson across half court. Back over to Foster to set up the offense. Foster drives right down the middle. Finds Anderson on the corner. Back up to Boatman. Foster now. Murphy up top. Pump fakes. Drives in. Layup there by Murphy. It's not going to be called. The foul is on the ground by Gilbert. Phipps will take it out underneath here for the Comets.
You know, you don't usually see the Comets down, especially by this much. I know it's only 6 points, but this early in the game, Gilbert's very, very capable on defense, and I think the Comets aren't used to seeing that quite yet.
And Phipps tries to swing it in the corner to Anderson, but that pass is picked off by Nessa Johnson. As Catherine Currens has it over and finds Emma Cruz for the three. And that shot is good by the Gilbert Tigers. Emma Cruz with that three here before timeout.
Wow, she just dropped the bucket right in.
Full timeout here for the Comets, so we'll have a minute break. Let's go over the Comets' offense here so far to start this game.
You know, they haven't been making shots.
It's a very slow start for them. They can't find a rhythm for this offense here early, and that's likely to change here in the second quarter. But coming out of this timeout, I'm sure that they're going to have a different approach here, trying to get the ball inside, and as well as getting those open outside shots. And
absolutely.
Their defense is also going to have to step up as Gilbert has really been pushing the floor quick. We've seen Hawthorne as well as Johnson and Cruz be able to drive inside as well as hit the outside shots here for the Gilbert Tigers. And it's really been bad for the North Polk defense as they have not been able to find an answer.
Yeah, you know, I feel like the Gilbert Tigers offense is so versatile, you know, being able to get under, getting able to get low, but then also able to shoot it from the three, that it's making it a little more difficult for the Comets than anticipated. But
yeah,
I'm sure that Coach Albertson made some adjustments, and, you know, I'm excited to see what the Comets are going to do right out of this timeout.
We've also seen a few offensive rebounds here by the Gilbert Tigers, and North Polk is going to want to look to change that up here just a bit. As Foster will inbound here for the Comets. Finds Murphy. Murphy tried to trap her on the sideline, but she finds Foster. Boatman now across half court. Boatman for three. Shot is just off the front of the rim there by Michaela Boatman. It'll be out of bounds in Gilbert ball.
You know, Michaela Boatman was hot Tuesday night. I believe she had 16 points on the night.
Cruz inbounds to Currens. Currens will take the ball up the floor here for Gilbert. Foster picks up Currens. Currens over to Hawthorne. Boatman guarding her. Over to Cruz. Cruz back to Currens. Currens on the wing here. Tries to get it there to Millhouse, but it's almost stolen away by Jaden Murphy. She can't get control. Tries to get inside to Hawthorne. The pass is tipped, but it gets inside. Foul is called and one there. Ava Hawthorne will be at the line for one.
And one. The Comets did not seem to like Jaden Murphy getting tripped over there. A lot of miscontent from the stands, from the bench.
Yeah, they were looking for a foul there, but the refs know what they're going to be calling this game, and it's not going to be the slight trips.
Yeah.
Foster and Anderson are checked out of the game here as Schaefer and Zimmer are back in here for the Comets, as that free throw is good for Ava Hawthorne. It is now 3-15, 1:35 remaining here in the first. Phipps to inbound here for the Comets. Finds Schaefer. Back over to Phipps. She looks to bring the ball down the floor here, and she crosses half court now. Finds Boatman on the perimeter. Finds Schaefer for three. Good by Lucy Schaefer.
There we go.
It's
Maggie Phipps looked like
6
she
to
wanted to
15.
kick up the pace on that drive.
Currens now for the Tigers. She's at the top of the key. Finds Cruz. Cruz swings it over there to Lynch. Lynch back to Currens. Currens pump fakes, drives down middle, lays that up there, and that's good off the backboard for Currens.
Oh,
Zimmer, sloppy pass there to Phipps as that's almost intercepted, but it's tipped out of bounds by Gilbert.
yeah, Phipps did not seem ready for that at all. Seemed to be a bit of a miscommunication between Zimmer and Phipps.
Yeah, the pressure defense is seeming to be a little much here for the Comets early. As Zimmer inbounds here to Phipps. Phipps will take the ball up the floor here. She crosses half. She's up top now. Looks to drive middle. Spins right. Layup there by Maggie Phipps, and that's a great move there by Phipps as she cuts the lead down to single digits.
That's going to cut that lead down to 9.
Currens here. Passes in the corner to Lynch. Lynch drives baseline. Tries to get it back up top there to Bowman, but it's picked off by Schaefer. Schaefer will bring the ball past half court here for the Comets. She kicks it in the corner to Murphy for three. Three is good by Jaden Murphy.
Jaden Murphy knocking him down.
6-point deficit here for the Comets. 10 seconds remaining in the first. Bowman here for the Tigers. Hands it off to Lynch. Lynch drives inside over to Johnson for three. No good, as that will end the first quarter. North Polk 11, Gilbert 17 at the end of the first.
Wow, you know, the Comets seem to really regroup after that. Maggie Phipps specifically looking to speed up the game a little bit, and they took it down, and it looks like they've cut the lead down to only 6 points after the 9 it was just 20 seconds earlier.
Yeah, and it really looked like that timeout really helped the Comets there. They were able to regroup and get back out there on the right foot. And we saw North Polk pick up the pace a little bit on the offense, and it was a little too much for Gilbert to handle there near the end of that quarter. And so North Polk will probably look to do that here at the start of the second, and also look to change up the offensive scheme a little bit tempo-wise, just to kind of try to throw that Gilbert defense off.
Absolutely. You know, we're not used to seeing the Comets come out to a weak start. We're usually used to really big, powerful starts, usually starting off with a couple points on the board, burying their opponents most of the time, but tonight might be a little different, and you know it's exciting to see North Polk come up against a very, very comparable team to themselves.
Yeah, and like you mentioned, North Polk started off a little slow there at the start of that quarter, but they're able to pick up the speed there as well as generate a lot more points and opportunities near the end of that quarter. Yeah. So we're about to get underway here in the second quarter, and it should be a lot better here for the Comets. Emma Bowman will inbound here for Gilbert Tigers. They'll get the ball to start the second quarter. She inbounds to Ava Hawthorne. Hawthorne crosses half court. She's at the top of the key. Hawthorne finds Currens on the wing. Currens looks inside, nothing there. She looks to drive in, spins right, picks up her ball. She's double teamed. A foul is called there. Not sure who that will be on. It'll be on Maggie Phipps. She's charged with the foul. That'll be her first. Hawthorne to inbound here for the Tigers on the baseline. She looks to find Roto. Passes tipped off her fingertips. It'll be North Polk ball. Zimmer to inbound here for the Comets. Finds Jaden Murphy. She runs down baseline. Murphy will look to dribble up, passes it back to Zimmer to bring it up, swings it up to Boatman. Boatman, hesitation move, finds Schaefer for the three. Another three by Lucy Schaefer. It is now a 3-point game.
You know, Lucy Schaefer hasn't been much of a three-point shooter this season, but we're really seeing it tonight. It's exciting.
Yeah, Schaefer can always hit that deep ball, and she showed it last game too, and she shows it at the start here. As Currens shoots a three there, a little bit off as she's a little long on that three-point attempt.
The Comets now have the score within 3 points.
An over-the-back foul was called there on Rado. Zimmer will inbound for the Comets. She finds Murphy. Murphy looks middle, stolen away by Currens. Hawthorne back to Currens, stolen away by Michaela Boatman. Boatman gives it to Zimmer to bring the ball past half. She's picked up by Currens. Swings it over to Schaefer. Schaefer looks to drive in, hop steps, passes it off the head of Bowman, but Murphy recovers, lays it up, no good. Rebound by Bowman. Up to Hawthorne. Hawthorne pushes the ball past half. Hawthorne drives inside, stolen away by Michaela Boatman.
Boatman with 2 steals already tonight.
Up the floor to Murphy. Murphy to Schaefer. Schaefer drives inside, hop steps. Layup is no good. It's called on the floor as the North Polk Comets will take it underneath.
You know, I definitely heard the skin contact from that one up here, so I'd say that's a solid call.
Yeah, that foul will be called on Nessa Johnson. That'll be her first. Schaefer to inbound here. Schaefer finds Murphy up top. Murphy now back down low to Schaefer. Schaefer looks to post up, drives low, throws it up there. She's called for the foul. She'll be at the line for 2. The foul will be on Catherine Currens, number 3. Correction, that'll be on Johnson. That'll be her second. Schaefer for her first at the line. And the first one bounces off the front of the rim, no good. Looking to knock down the second here at the free throw line.
Things are looking good right now for the Comets. They can keep up this high-scoring offense. They can keep holding Gilbert to no points.
It's 14-17, 6:29 remaining in the half as that second free throw drops there for Lucy Schaefer.
That's going to make Lucy Schaefer the leading scorer of the Comets right now with 7 points.
Hawthorne has the ball here for the Tigers. Hawthorne drives inside, lays it up. Charge is called on Ava Hawthorne. Maggie Phipps, great job of getting in the way there and getting the charge call.
Coach Albertson looks ecstatic on the sidelines.
Zimmer will inbound here. And Gilbert looks like they're falling back on defense, no longer pressing. They'll instead run a half-court press as that ball is given to Schaefer on the wing. Wing inside to Murphy. Murphy down low. She looks to post up, but loses the ball. It's off her knee. It'll be Tigers' ball. Yet another turnover here early for the Comets. Currens now. She'll take the ball up the floor here for the Gilbert Tigers. She looks on the wing here. Looks to hand it off to Cruz. She does. Cruz looking down low, nothing there. Screened by Bowman. Cruz tries to get it down there to Currens, but she travels.
Pretty blatant travel right there.
Yeah, she took a couple extra steps there after picking up the ball.
You know, if she was LeBron, she could get away with that.
It's Phipps to take the ball up the floor here. Phipps across half court now. Looks to drive inside, backs it out, hands it off to Foster. Foster now here for the Comets. Passes it over to Zimmer on the wing. Zimmer drives inside, kicks it back out to Phipps. Phipps now. She cuts in, hands it off to Hill. Hill looks to get it out to Schaefer, but looks like the contact there was a little much for her as she turns the ball over. Hawthorne for 3. 3 is no good off the front of the rim there by Ava Hawthorne.
You know, Hill hasn't attempted a single shot yet tonight.
Schaefer here for the lay. A foul is called there as she'll be at the line for 2. North Polk seems to get bailed out a little bit there as there was very little contact there on the layup, but Lucy Schaefer does pick up the foul call. She'll be at the line for 2.
Now, if she makes both of these, it puts the Comets in a tie.
The first one is no good. She's now 1 for 3 at the line this game. As Murphy's checked in here for Hill. And the second free throw attempt is no good. She's 1 for 4. Hawthorne now. She gets the rebound, brings the ball up the floor here for the Tigers. Zimmer picks her up. Screen there. Murphy switches over on Hawthorne. Zimmer picks up Bowman. Bowman in the corner to Cruz for three. No good. Little long there as Schaefer gets the rebound. Schaefer swings it up the floor there to Foster. Foster on the wing. Finds Zimmer in the corner. Zimmer tries to get it down low to Murphy. She does. That's a layup. The game is all tied up here at 17.
Well, Murphy's all about those big man moves down in the paint.
The Tigers are scoreless here so far in the second half, or in the second quarter. As Bowman pulls for three. No good. Way off there. Little left. As Zimmer rushes up the floor. Finds Foster for three. No good. But Murphy's there on the offensive board. Stolen away by Johnson. 30-second timeout here for the Gilbert Tigers. And the North Polk Comets have came out after the first quarter, and they've just been firing on all cylinders as they're able to tie the game up. And
absolutely.
And they're on a 6-0 run here as Gilbert has yet to score in the second quarter.
Yeah, you know, it looks to me like the Comets' plan is now go for those longer shots and only go in for the layups or the short shots if there's absolutely a huge space for it, which I think is probably the best thing they could have done right now. You know, I got to give Clint Albertson, the head coach, props for that.
Yeah,
and also, he shaved his beard. I wanted to point that out to the viewers that he is a bald man now. Back to you, Colby.
They've been camping Murphy down low, and they've been looking to run the offense through her in the paint and make the defense crash down to get those opportunities open on the perimeter. And it's really been working out for them so far here to start the second quarter as 4 minutes remain in this half. Hawthorne now for the Tigers. She's picked up by Zimmer. She finds Ellie Bowman. Ellie Bowman over there to Millhouse, back to Bowman. Bowman finds Emma Bowman in the corner. Goes up for the layup, and it looks to be almost blocked by Phipps, but a little too much contact as she's called for the foul. That'll be her second.
I thought that might have been on Abby Zimmer. Nope, it is on Maggie Phipps.
Emma Bowman, her first shot at the line is good.
Gonna give Gilbert a lead, 18-17. You know what I want for Christmas this year, Colby?
What is that, Chris?
I would like to see a girl dunk in a game, just once.
As that second free throw is no good, Murphy's there on the rebound. Phipps will take the ball past half court here for the Comets. Nice dribble moves there. She finds Murphy on the corner. Another three for Jaden Murphy as the Comets take their first lead of the game, 20-18, 3:45 remaining in the half.
I changed my mind. I'll take a Murphy three over a dunk any day of the week.
It's Cruz passes to Bowman. Bowman finds Millhouse on the wing. Millhouse to Bowman. Emma Bowman, that is. Swings it inside to Hawthorne. Hawthorne over to Cruz. Cruz drives middle. Back to Ellie Bowman. Ellie Bowman over there to Cruz for three. And the Tigers answer right back with a three-point shot of their own. It is 20-21. North Polk is down by one. Foster has the ball here now for the Comets.
You know, that might have been the cleanest swish I've ever seen.
Finds Zimmer. Zimmer inside there to Murphy. Murphy in the corner to Boatman. Wide open for three. Little short there, but Zimmer's on the offensive board. She lays it in and good.
You know, that's going to keep Bowman scoreless tonight, which you haven't seen, at least in a long time.
Emma Bowman now finds Ellie Bowman. Hands it off to Ava Hawthorne. Hawthorne to set up the offense here for the Gilbert Tigers. 2:40 remains in the half. Finds Cruz. Cruz looks inside, hands it off there to Millhouse. Millhouse back to Hawthorne, almost stolen away by Zimmer. Hawthorne drives inside, floats it up there and good off the backboard. Nice floater there by Hawthorne.
Tigers keeping this game within 1 point.
Zimmer with the ball. She's across half court here for the Comets. Zimmer finds Boatman. Boatman on the wing here. Murphy inside. Tries to get it up and over, but it's tipped out of bounds by Gilbert.
Very bold decision from Boatman. Looks like there was three girls on Jaden at once right there.
As North Polk will have it here on the baseline. Phipps will inbounds here for the Comets. Lucy Schaefer checked in for Hannah Foster. Phipps inbounds to Zimmer. Zimmer on the wing finds Murphy up top. Back to Phipps. Phipps, nice step back three. There is good by Maggie Phipps. 25-23, 2 minutes remaining in the half. Currens has the ball here for the Tigers. Looks down low, nothing there. Emma Bowman up top. Emma Bowman drives inside, spins in, pump fakes, kicks out to Currens for three. No good. As Murphy tries to get the rebounds, is bumped there by Emma Bowman. She grabs the board. Nessa Johnson now hands it off to Ellie Bowman. Ellie Bowman to Currens. Currens at the top of the key now here for the Tigers. 1:30 remaining in the half. Hands it off to Hawthorne, picked up by Zimmer. Zimmer, nice defense there on Hawthorne as she drives inside. Layup is good, though. Nice defense there by Zimmer, but not enough as Hawthorne gets the layup to
well, we got this game up, tied 25-25. It's time for the Comets to make a last push before half.
1:10 remaining in the half. Schaefer now finds Phipps up top. Phipps, step back three again. Just off the front of the rim there by Phipps. Hawthorne there on the rebound. Hawthorne gets it down low to Currens. Currens back out there to Bowman. Bowman to Currens. Currens inside to Johnson. Into the corner to Emma Bowman for three. Long there as Boatman tries to get the offensive rebound. Tipped in bounds there by Bowman. Wow. Murphy saves it from going out of bounds. Boatman now. Boatman hands it off to Murphy. Murphy drives in, kicks it back out to Schaefer. Schaefer drives inside, lays it up. And little contact there, no foul is called as she misses the layup. Currens here for the Tigers. Tries to get inside to Johnson. Pass is tipped away and out of bounds by Murphy. Good transition defense there by the Comets as they're able to force the ball out of bounds.
Wow, talk about that effort to keep the ball in from Murphy and from, I believe, Zimmer as well.
Yeah, the Comets defense here shows a lot of hustle early, and it's great to see. Hawthorne inbounds to Emma Bowman. Emma Bowman looks inside, nothing there. Drives in, lays it up. Layup is good by Emma Bowman.
10 seconds left.
25-27, 10 seconds left in the half. Phipps get the balls across half here. Now stolen away by Emma Bowman. Ava Hawthorne now. 1 second on the clock and the three. No good on the buzzer beater. It is now halftime.
Wow, well, you know what? If the Comets are one thing, at least the girls basketball is, they're a second half team. I'm expecting them to come out of the locker room. I'm expecting them to come out fiery. I'm expecting them to come out and just start dropping some threes on the Tigers. And I don't see any reason why the Comets can't back and win this dominantly.
Yeah, and the Comets showed a lot better effort there defensively in the second quarter. In the first quarter, they let it slide for them a little bit, and they got down early. But they're able to battle back, and now they're only down by 2 here, as at the end of the first, they were down by 6. And they were also able to hold down Gilbert for a little while, and they were able to get a 3-point lead. But there's been a few lead changes here early, as Gilbert Tiger leads by 2 after the first half.
Yeah, and Jaden Murphy turning out to be another blessing tonight. She's put up 11 points already, which is matching Gilbert, number 10.
The Tigers.
It's number 10 for the Gilbert. Her name is
Ava Hawthorne.
Hawthorne. She's also put up 11. Those two tied right now for leading the game in points. Lucy Schaefer dropped 2 early threes that turned out to be a really, really nice little addition. And, we can't forget Maggie Phipps dropped a quick 3. A step-back 3 nonetheless. One looked real nice. And, it's exciting. But one thing that's really surprising me is Michaela Bowman left scoreless. I believe she's over 2 on shots on the night. You just rarely see that, especially from Bowman. She is a lockdown shooter, to say the least. It's, a little shocking.
Yeah, and she was a little cold there in that quarter. She only has 2 shots here on the game, so I'm expecting to see it step up here a little bit in the second half. And Maggie Phipps only has 5 points here. That should also increase here in the second half as well, as she's usually a big piece of that offense.
Yeah. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me at all if we came back from the half and we saw Bowman drain some points right off the bat. I mean, I'm assuming it's a confidence thing. If she can come back out and she can be confident and she can just start dropping them, then I could easily see that coming out. But I think what's going to be really important is the defense. We've let Gilbert shoot a lot of threes, or at least the Comets have let Gilbert shoot a ton of threes. I think ending that is going to be really important. But other than that, I believe the Comets are playing a pretty solid game, but Gilbert's playing just a solid one. So that's, I believe, reflected on the score right now, 25-27, a very close game. So
Yeah, it's been a great first half by both teams, and we'll be back with you after a short break here before half. Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you just now joining us, Comets are down by 2 after the first half. It is 25-27. It's been a tough battle all around for both teams, as the offense was slow at the start there for the Comets and slow for Gilbert there at the start of the second quarter. And defense have been strong on both sides. We saw the Tigers start out there with a full court press to start the game. They dropped it back to a half court press, and now they're playing regular man. So I'm not sure what they're going to be doing after the halftime here, but we've seen North Polk Comets here just with a straight-up man defense this whole game, and it's been working out well for them.
Yeah, you know, I mean, right now the Comets, they're ranked number 2 in 3A, and Gilbert is ranked number 5. So we're facing two very closely ranked teams. It's definitely been a defensive battle all night. Both these teams relying on defense. It appears as though both teams are looking to really shoot the three a lot more than they did in the first quarter. Things I want to see from the Comets this half. I want to see Michaela Bowman make some points. She's been pointless all night. Pointless. She's been without a score all night. Better way of putting that one. And she's shot 0 for 2. But I can easily see her coming back, draining some threes, and maybe have another 16-point game like last week.
Yeah, and your North Polk leading scorer right now is Jaden Murphy with 11. And for the Gilbert Tigers, it's number 10, Ava Hawthorne, with 11 as well.
Yeah.
And Maggie Phipps here for the Comets has 5. And she's had kind of a slow start, but she should definitely pick that up here in the second half.
Yeah,
and she'll get a lot more opportunities within the perimeter as well for that team.
Yeah. I believe she's 1 for 5 or 1 for 4 on 3 points on the day. However, I could see that changing pretty quick. She definitely heats up, and when she heats up, she gets hot. You know, I mean, I'd love to see her take a few more shots and make a few more of them.
Yeah, and for Gilbert Tigers, number 21, Emma Bowman has 8 points. She's their second leading scorer. As she's shown that she can kind of do a little bit of everything with the ball. She can drive inside and score, as well as hit that deep ball, which has been beneficial there for Gilbert, because they're able to spread the floor and run the offense through her a little bit.
Yeah, and the only player on the Comets starting lineup, number 40, Abby Hill, is without points. She actually hasn't shot a single shot yet tonight, and it looks like she has been swapped out for Michaela Boatman at half in the starting lineup.
And the second half is underway here for the Comets. They will have the ball to start the second half, as Zimmer now has the ball up top, finds Phipps on the wing. Murphy inside with the layup, and no good as that rolls all around the rim and out. Hawthorne here for the Tigers. Finds Kearns down low. Out to Rodo. Rodo up top to Bowman. Screened by Rodo. Bowman now tries to get it down low to Johnson, but that pass is thrown away.
Well, it looks like whoever she was passing to happened to miss school today because they weren't there.
And Abby Zimmer will take the ball off the floor here for the Comets.
I had to. I'm sorry.
Boatman up top to Zimmer. Murphy on the wing now. Screened by Schaefer. Murphy looks to drive left, picks up her dribble, swings it back out top there to Zimmer. Zimmer drives inside, spins left, tries to go up with it up middle, but she is blocked by Johnson. Johnson finds Hawthorne past half court. Hawthorne now looks to set up the offense for the Gilbert Tigers. Hawthorne passes to Kearns. Kearns on the wing here. Nice defense by Schaefer as Kearns drives inside. It's met by Phipps, throws the ball up and out of bounds. It will be the North Polk Comets ball.
You know, I hate to go for another joke, but the net's on the other side of the hoop, or on the other side of the board there.
Zimmer finds Schaefer in the corner. On the wing to Murphy. Murphy across the court to Boatman for 3. Boatman is just off of that 3. Maggie Phipps tries to get the offensive rebound, but is beat by Johnson as Murphy almost steals a pass away meant for Emma Bowman, but it is out of bounds. Bowman
didn't quite have the horizontal jump in order to make that one right there, but you got to respect the, you know, the tenacity of Jaden Murphy to go for that ball.
Hawthorne across half court here for the Tigers. Bowman picked up by Boatman, finds Johnson up top, back over to Hawthorne. Hawthorne drives inside, kicks it in. Bowman tries to get it back up top there to Kearns. Passes a little off. Kearns recovers. Screened by Rodo. Kearns off to Hawthorne. Hawthorne drives inside, hands it off to Johnson. Johnson pump fakes, drives left, back up top to Kearns. Kearns drives inside, swings it in there to Johnson with a nice finish under contact. A foul is called.
Gilbert's going to draw the first points of the second half. That's going to extend their lead 25-29.
And that foul will be called on Jaden Murphy, her first. Nessa Johnson at the line for one. As her attempt is good. 25-29. Comets down by 4. Zimmer here with the ball now.
Oh, whoa!
Tries to get a cross pass. Blocking foul will be called on Cruz. Correction, the score is 25-30. North Polk down by 5. Murphy inbounds to Zimmer. Zimmer to start the offense here for the Comets. Kicks it over to Schaefer on the wing. Murphy posts up down low. Schaefer looks inside, nothing there. Dribbles middle, kicks it up top to Zimmer. Over to Boatman on the wing. Boatman drives inside, loses the ball. Called off of Hawthorne. It'll be North Polk ball. Boatman inbound. Murphy post up. Inbound to Murphy. Murphy, nice little post move there. Offensive foul is called. It looked like Murphy tried to just use her body to create a little space, but according to the ref, it was too much contact, and an offensive foul will be called on Murphy. That'll be her second.
That's going to give Murphy her second foul of the night, second foul of the second half. It's Hannah Foster for the Comets. Looks to be coming in soon.
Cruz passes to Bowman. Bowman over to Currens. Tries to get inside to Cruz. Passes long and high. Out of bounds. North Polk ball. Foster checks in here for Zimmer. North Polk scoreless to start this quarter, 3 minutes in. Foster will bring the ball up the floor for the Comets. Foster crosses half. She's at the top of the key. Kicks it over to Boatman on the wing. Boatman pressured by Hawthorne. Hands it off to Phipps. Phipps looks to drives inside. Cut off by Currens. Spins around. Kicks out to Murphy. Foster on the wing. Inside to Murphy. Murphy back out to Schaefer. Drive down the middle for Schaefer. Out to Boatman. Boatman up top. Over to Murphy. In the corner to Foster for three. Foster is good on the three. 28-30.
Yeah, Foster going to knock that one down.
Bowman now for the Tigers. Screened by Currens. Bowman drives left. Lays it in. No good. Off the front of the rim. Bounces off of Foster's hands. Bowman gets the offensive board. Misses another layup. Hawthorne tries to get it up. Blocked by Murphy. Foster on the rebound. Up the floor to Murphy. Up to Phipps for a deep three. No good. A little long by Maggie Phipps. Rebound there by Bowman. Bowman picked up by Murphy, crossed half. Bowman slowing down the offense here for the Gilbert Tigers. Double screen right. Bowman goes right. Phipps picks her up on the switch. Murphy up top. Little miscommunication there as Murphy and Schaefer go out to guard Hawthorne. Currens gets an open layup down low. 28-32, 3:45 remaining in the quarter.
Looks like it's going to be a 4-point game for the Comets.
Foster sets up the offense, finds Schaefer. Schaefer up top here. Back to Foster.
Correction for the Tigers.
Phipps drives inside. Over into the corner there to Boatman. Schaefer inside to Murphy. Back out to Boatman for three. Boatman connects for her first 3 points of the night.
She's back.
1-point game. 3 minutes remaining in the third. Hawthorne up top here for the Tigers. Double screen right. Picked up by Murphy. Now Bowman up top, picked up by Schaefer. Another screen right by Hawthorne. Hawthorne curls in. Cruz across the court there to Johnson. Johnson inside to Hawthorne. Hawthorne takes the ball back out to the three-point line. Chucks it up and no good. Cruz almost comes up with the rebound, but she just narrowly misses the ball. That's out of bounds. That'll be North Polk ball.
You know, we just saw Hannah Foster getting her first points tonight with that three-point shot, and also Michaela Bowman getting her first points of the night with that shot. So 6 points for the Comets from two previously scoreless individuals.
Zimmer checks in the game here for Foster, as well as Ellie Bowman and Thea Roto for the Gilbert Tigers. Boatman kicks it over to Zimmer. Screened by Phipps. Phipps pops back out top. Goes to shoot, but decides to jump and land, so that will be called a travel.
Yeah, Phipps didn't seem to think that was a travel call, but that one looked pretty blatant to me.
Hawthorne picked up by Zimmer. Nice defense here by Zimmer. Hawthorne looks to drive inside, hands it off there to Roto. Pass stolen away by Phipps. Phipps will drive it down low. Phipps lays it up and one. Maggie Phipps at the line for one. North Polk now leads 33-32, 2:20 remaining here in the third quarter.
Looks like some instant redemption for Maggie Phipps, as she is going to put the Comets up 33-32.
3-point chance here for Maggie Phipps as she converts.
Bam!
On the end one. Ava Hawthorne will bring the ball up the floor here for the Tigers. She'll be picked up at half by Zimmer. Over to Cruz. Cruz in the corner there to Roto. Roto looks to bring the ball back up top, drives middle, out to Cruz on the perimeter. Cruz passes over to Bowman. Bowman three is no good. Boatman tries to get the rebound. A push in the back will be called. Not quite sure on who. It'll be called on number 20.
Can't quite tell if that was called on.
Cruz. North Polk leads by 2 minutes remaining in the quarter. Murphy inbounds to Foster. Foster will bring the ball up the floor for the Comets. Foster now. Top of the key.
Foster.
Over to Murphy on the wing. Murphy looks inside, kicks it in the corner to Zimmer. Zimmer tries to get it inside to Murphy. Pass is intercepted by Roto. Hands it off to Hawthorne. She'll bring the ball up the floor here quickly for the Tigers. Nice spin there. Out to Bowman on the perimeter. Pump fakes. Looks to drive inside, but brings the ball back out top. Back to Hawthorne to set up the offense for the Tigers. Looking for a double screen left here. Roto and Bowman on the three. Roto curls inside. She posts up. Ellie Bowman looks to get it inside. Almost pass thrown away, but Roto recovers and lays it in. Game is all tied up at 34 here with a minute remaining in the third. Foster now for the Comets. Finds Murphy at the top of the key. Murphy over to Zimmer in the corner. Phipps inside, posting up. Murphy swings it into the other corner to Foster. Foster up top to Boatman. Boatman over to Foster for three. Deep three by Hannah Foster is good. 37-34, 40 seconds in the third.
Bam, Foster's 2 for 2 on 3 since half.
Hawthorne screen set by Roto. Hawthorne gets the pass down low to the curling Roto, and the layup is good. 37-36, 25 remaining in the third as Zimmer has the ball here for the Comets. Boatman up top, hands it off to Murphy. Murphy down in the corner to Zimmer. Zimmer inside to Murphy. Murphy passes out to Foster for another three. Another three by Hannah Foster.
Wow!
2 in a row.
Back to back.
Deep
Hannah
game
Foster,
here
3
by
for
the
3.
Comets. Hawthorne hits the half-court buzzer beater. Wow.
I'm not going to lie to you guys. I've wanted to see a buzzer beater all season, and I just got one. That was pretty clean. I'm not going to lie to you guys.
Hawthorne shot it a little early there, but that is good by Ava Hawthorne.
Yeah.
40-39 after Ava Hawthorne hits the buzzer beater there to end the third quarter.
Wow, Gilbert is keeping this game so close, and the Comets are doing their fair share, too, to keep things very well within striking zone. Hannah Foster came back from the half, dropped 9 on us already, hasn't missed a shot yet. That's exciting stuff. Caleb Boatman came out, got a 3. Things are looking good for the Comets all around.
Yeah, we've seen Jaden Murphy scoreless there in the quarter, but it's not mattering because we have Hannah Foster. She's been a threat from deep. North Polk's been hitting on all cylinders in that third quarter. As this fourth quarter is underway here, 8 minutes left in the game, and this should be an exciting one. A great defensive battle on both ends. So we have a low-scoring game here, but it's been very exciting so far.
Absolutely. This might be the most exciting game the Comets play all season. Certainly wouldn't surprise me at all. We got 2 very great teams keeping things very close.
And the Tigers will have the ball to start this half. Ava Hawthorne now picked up by Zimmer. Finds Currens on the wing. Screen there by Johnson. Swings it up top to Bowman. Roto posts up inside. Can't find her. Gives it to Currens. Back to Bowman there. Roto for three. Roto is way long on the three. Schaefer's there for the rebound. As Foster will bring the ball up the floor for the Comets. Foster slows it down to set up the offense.
Foster could pull it from right there. She'll do it.
Foster
she won't.
over to Zimmer. Phipps up top. Phipps drives inside. Nice pass there. Foster open for another three. That's good by Hannah Foster. 3 in a row by
4
number
for
25,
4.
Hannah Foster.
You know, with a 4 for 4 like that, she ought to go down to Wendy's. We're
Bowman
not sponsored.
Out to Johnson. Tigers answer right back with a 3 of their own. 1 point game here as 1 minute has expired so far in the last quarter. Foster on the wing, up top to Murphy. Murphy over to Zimmer. Zimmer inside to Murphy. Murphy over to Foster. Foster pump fakes, drives inside. Midi by Foster is good.
Wow.
Foster with her 4th basket in a row.
That's going to be an easy 2 for Foster. That's going to put her 5 for 5 on shots.
3-point lead here for the
4
Comets.
Threes.
Hawthorne is picked up by Zimmer across half. Hawthorne looking to set up the offense here for the Tigers. Tries to swing it over to Johnson. Pass picked off by Phipps. Euro step inside. Floater is good by Maggie Phipps.
And I wish she would have dunked it. But nonetheless,
Hawthorne
amazing move by Maggie
looking
Phipps.
to speed up the offense.
Wow.
Timeout
as this timeout is called, the Comets, Hannah Foster has moved to the leading scorer. Not a single point before the half. She comes out of the half. Now she's 14 up, followed by Jaden Murphy with 11 and Maggie Phipps with 10. Absolutely looking really good for the Comets right now.
And Foster is on fire right now in this second half, as she has been the last, she's been 4 of the last 5 baskets here for the Comets. 4 in a row, in fact, 3 of them being from deep, and that nice little pump fake to the pull-up midi inside. Foster has just been going off here in this second half for the Comets, as they have a 5-point lead with 6 minutes remaining in the game.
Yeah, she hasn't missed a shot yet, and I'm wondering if she even can this game. Absolutely on fire.
And the Tigers looking a little frustrated here, as it's been a slow start for them in this quarter.
Well, let's see if they can regroup after the timeout.
Hawthorne inbounds to Cruz, back to Hawthorne. Hawthorne will look to set up the offense. Looking for a double screen again on the right side.
Big screen, big screen.
As Roto curls up top. Now with Cruz. Cruz over to Bowman on the wing. Bowman looks to drive inside, hands it off to Currens. Currens back over to Bowman. Bowman looks to back drive in, hands it off to Currens. Currens brings the ball back out top here for the Tigers. Currens spins in, lays it up, and no good. As Schaefer gets the rebound, gives it to Foster to bring up the floor. Back up to Zimmer. Zimmer to Schaefer. Schaefer over to Phipps. Phipps looks to drives inside, stops, and gives it to Schaefer. Murphy inside now. Back to Schaefer on the curl. Layup is no good. A foul will be called. Schaefer at the line for 2.
Schaefer's going to get another couple from the free throw.
And the defense has been stellar here in the fourth quarter for the Comets, as if they've been able to hold deficit here for the Tigers.
So right now the score is Comets 47, Gilbert 42. It's definitely going to be a nail-biter. Only 2 3-point shots away from tying up the game unless Schaefer makes it right here. And she will.
Goes 1 for 2 on that trip, as Cruz will inbound to Hawthorne here. Screen left by Bowman. Hawthorne up top. Uses the screen. Bowman rolls inside, hands it off to Roto. Nice play there by the Tigers, as they cut the lead to just 4 points.
Easy basket.
Zimmer gets it across half to Schaefer. Schaefer drives inside. Euro there by Schaefer. Layup no good. Rebound by Murphy. Murphy gets it for the second chance points.
Jada Murphy looking good. The Comets dropped 50 on the Tigers tonight thus far.
Bowman hands it off to Currens. Roto tries to post up inside, but too good of defense by Murphy. Roto on the wing now. Up top to Cruz. Screened by Roto. Roto cuts inside. Hands it off to Hawthorne. Currens for the open three. Long on that shot as Cruz is there for the offensive rebound. Bowman for three. Too long as it's off the back of the rim. Bowman for another three. And finally gets one to drop after the third attempt.
You know, it took them a few tries, but they made that three. If the Comets are going to leave that shot open, then I'd expect them to make it.
Third time's the charm there as they get their third attempt from the three, and that single possession to drop cuts the lead to only 3 by the Comets.
Wow. A full timeout right now. It's the game's, it's not getting any less exciting. You can see all the scorers. Jaden Murphy has moved to the second place scorer of the night, just behind Foster by only 1. And I believe Ava Hawthorne is going to move to 14 points. That's going to tie her with Hannah Foster as leading scorer of the night.
Yeah, and North Polk is going to want to try to box out a little more and not have a repeat of that last possession there. Last possession was a little sloppy for the North Polk defense as they allowed 3 offensive rebounds, and the Tigers converted off of it, hitting the deep 3 by Bowman.
Yeah. It's definitely sure that this is the most excited I've seen a crowd get in a girls' game all season by far. Both sides really getting into the game right now. It's going to be exciting. Let's see who can deal with pressure better.
Zimmer inbounds to Murphy. Murphy back to Zimmer. Zimmer will look to bring the ball. Full court press here by the Gilbert Tigers as that pass is thrown away by Jaden Murphy. Bowman inside to Hawthorne. Hawthorne lays it up. No good. As Roto battles for the rebound. A jump ball will be called, and that will be North Polk ball.
It's going to go to the Comets. Comets going to need to get it down the floor before they can make points.
Like a 2-2-1 press here by the Gilbert Tigers. Foster hands it off to Zimmer. Back to Foster. Foster gets it to Zimmer. Across court to Murphy. Phipps in the corner for 3. Shot's a little long. Almost rebounded by Schaefer. But Hawthorne comes
Phipps
up
1
with the
for
rebound
7
there.
on threes on the night.
Cruz now for the Tigers. Looks inside to Roto. Roto calls it off. But gets it into the corner there to Millhouse. Millhouse back up to Bowman. Bowman to Hawthorne. Picked up by Schaefer. Screen there. Switches. Now it's Schaefer on Bowman. Bowman back to Millhouse. Millhouse over to Roto. Roto back to Bowman. And Schaefer tries to intercept the pass. A foul will be called.
Yeah, you can't ignore a foul like that. If it wasn't for that stumble by, I believe, number 31 in the corner, this game might be all tied up. She had a wide open 3, just couldn't quite hold on to the ball long enough to make that one.
Yeah, and it's 50-47 here. 3-point lead for the Comets. 3.5 remaining in the game. As they try to get into the corner there to Bowman and almost intercepted by Schaefer, but it's tipped out of bounds. Hawthorne inbounds to Bowman. Bowman picked up by Schaefer. Hands it off to Currens. Foster on Currens. Currens looks for something. Finds Cruz. Cruz over to Roto. Roto to Currens. Currens back up top to Hawthorne for 3. Hawthorne can't tie up the game there. But Currens is on the rebound. Hands it off to Bowman for the layup. Layup is good there by Bowman. It's a 1-point game, 50-49. 3 minutes remaining here.
North Polk has to get those rebounds. It's only a 1-point game now.
Tries to get it across half court there to Murphy. Murphy can't control the ball. The foul is called on who? It was a late whistle there. A foul is on Rado.
That was a kind of a sloppier little show right there. Couldn't quite seem to either team to hold on to the ball.
The press seems to be a little much here for the Comets, as the Comets just need to calm down and work on getting the ball across half court. We saw a good pass there to get it across half to Murphy, but Murphy wasn't able to control the pass, and it ended up in a sloppy play all around with the loose ball and everybody battling, and then the call there on the late whistle to Roto. So North Polk will take it out here on the sideline. They just need to look to slow things down, get back in their rhythm, and look to extend this North Polk lead as they lead by 1.
Yeah, they got it. They got to get these rebounds. They got to get these shots. They got to get some more points, or else they're going to lose this game. With the way the Tigers have been playing them and keeping it almost entirely on North Polk's side of the court. they don't, start dropping some points soon, this game might end up being a loss for the Comets.
Zimmer inbounds to Murphy here. Murphy over to Foster. Foster up top, sets up the offense, hands it off to Zimmer. Zimmer over to the corner to Foster, inside to Murphy. Murphy hands it off there to Phipps. Phipps back to Murphy. Murphy for three. Deep three by Jaden Murphy.
That was clean.
Extends the North Polk lead here to 4 as 2:20 remains in this game. Nice three-point shot by Murphy. Hawthorne gives it to Bowman. Bowman in the corner to Currens. Bowman back up top to Hawthorne. Hawthorne looks to drive inside. Nice little pass fake there, but can't convert on the layup. Zimmer gets it to Phipps. Phipps in the corner to Schaefer. Schaefer drives in. Timeout here. 30-second timeout by North Polk.
Wow, talk about, was that Phipps with the three?
It was Murphy.
It was Murphy
Phipps,
with the three.
Murphy did a nice job of getting down low, handed it off to Phipps, popped back out up top, and Murphy hit that deep contested three there to extend that North Polk lead to 4.
Yeah, and you got to give credit for Phipps on that assist then. That's what I meant to say. Wow, great assist.
By Gilbert here, we're seeing some blown opportunities. Hawthorne had a great drive there, used the Euro step effectively to get the open layup, but a little too much power there on the layup as she throws it off the backboard, and it's recovered by North Polk.
Yeah. I definitely love to see the Comets come away with a win tonight, but with 2 minutes left, anything could happen. You got to be ready to get back in the game defensively, and the Comets are going to pick it up right under their own basket.
Yeah, we definitely know 2 minutes here is not a comfortable 4-point lead. Anything can happen here, and hopefully North Polk is able to extend the lead. Zimmer inbounds. She finds Phipps. Phipps drives inside, out to Schaefer, up top to Foster, on the wing to Zimmer. Murphy in the corner. Murphy looks inside to Schaefer, nothing there. Schaefer pops back out. Schaefer over to Phipps. Phipps on the wing to Murphy. Murphy drives in, over on the corner to Schaefer, up to Foster. Foster to Zimmer. Zimmer up top, slowing down the pace here for the North Polk Comets. Over to Murphy.
Gilbert is playing quite the defensive game.
Out top to Schaefer. Schaefer drives in. Goes to lay it up, but it is tipped away and out of bounds by Gilbert.
I'm kind of shocked Lucy Schaefer didn't pull that three right there. I believe she's 2 for 2 on the night from the three. Maybe 2 for 3.
Zimmer looks to inbounds. Finds Foster up top. Foul there by Gilbert. That'll be their 6th, so they still have one more to give here before we enter the 1-and-1.
Looks like the freshman messiah, Michaela Boatman's coming right back into the game.
Boatman will be checked in for Schaefer. Got a great three-point shooting lineup here for the Comets.
Absolutely.
So they can definitely spread the floor as Zimmer inbounds to Foster. Foster covered by Currens. Foster over to Murphy. Bowman on Murphy. Murphy drives in, hands it off to Zimmer. Zimmer up top, over to Foster. In the corner to Murphy. Murphy looks to set back it up. Drives left. Hands it off to Foster. North Polk looking to kill some time here as a minute remains. 4-point lead. Currens will pick up the foul.
Wow.
Giving Foster at the line for the 1-and-1 opportunity.
The Comets have killed a whole minute down here on this side of the court, I think they're willing to cut some losses, get a few points in, but mainly hold Gilbert from scoring any more points with Foster at the line.
And Roto and Johnson will check in the game here for Ellie Bowman as well as Cruz. First one is good by Foster. Bam. She'll have a second attempt here. Looking to make the best out of this 1-and-1 opportunity. Looking to drop the second free throw, and she does. 6-point lead here for the Comets with a minute remaining in the game.
That's going to put the Comets up by 6. That's a little more of a comfortable lead, but not one that I'd be comfortable with if I were the Comets right now.
It's only a 3-possession game here. Anything can happen with a minute left as Hawthorne finds Currens.
Less than a minute remaining.
Hawthorne cuts inside, screens there for Roto down on the block. Johnson looks to lay it up. A foul is called. She'll be out the line for 2.
They're going to give her those shots.
You have the option here, or you have the opportunity to maybe only allow 1 point, and it's even 2 points is a lot better than 3, especially when you only have a 6-point lead. As the first one rattles all around the rim and out.
That's going to make it a 5-point game, 55-50.
So that foul worked out in favor there for North Polk as she can't convert on the first free throw. Let's see if Johnson can convert on the second. And she does. 5-point lead here for the Comets. 52 seconds left in the game.
You know, it wouldn't surprise me at all if the Tigers go for a hard press.
Ellie Bowman, as well as Sydney Lynch, checked in the game here for the Tigers.
Doesn't surprise me there at all. They got to figure out a way to get rid of the press, get that ball in.
For the Comets.
You know, this will probably be the last timeout of the game with a very, very heavily contested game. Or heavily contested.
It's been a huge defensive battle all game long.
Absolutely.
And we've seen both sides have great defensive plays as well as great transition offense. But North Polk here late has been shutting down Gilbert's transition offense and keeping them from hitting open threes or getting the ball down low.
Yeah, you know, it wouldn't surprise me at all if this game comes down to maybe 1 or 2 points. You know, I could see Gilbert coming back, making a few more shots. I could see North Polk, you know,
and hopefully
making a few more too.
Hopefully North Polk's able to extend their lead here late because they just want to close this game out. You got 54 seconds left in the game. Your goal now is to close out the game, not let the opposition get back in.
Yeah. You know, Hannah Foster and Jaden Murphy both tied right now at 16 points, leading scorers of the night for both teams.
And Ava Hawthorne has 14 for the Gilbert Tigers. Zimmer will inbound here as the Tigers look to do a full man-to-man press on North Polk.
Foster's going to get
Foster
that.
has the ball. She's double-teamed. Finds Zimmer. Zimmer will rush the ball up the floor to Boatman. Murphy's open down low. Gets it to Murphy. North Polk looking to kill some time, but Murphy will be fouled. She'll be at the line.
Well, that's going to put Murphy on the line. That's a dangerous position for the Tigers to want to be in. Murphy doesn't miss a lot of free throws.
It'll be yet another one-and-one opportunity. Murphy looking to make the most out of it. Hopefully she can drop her first one so she will get a second. 5-point lead, 42 seconds remaining. As the first one at the line is good for Murphy, she'll have a second.
That's going to make it a clean 6-point lead for the Comets. 42 seconds remaining. Can she make it a 7-point lead? We'll see.
And Murphy, 2 for 2 on that trip.
It's going to make it a 3-score game.
Hawthorne gets it up quick to Bowman. Bowman pump fakes, drives around Phipps. Bowman pulls up, no good. Rebounded by Schaefer. They will intentionally foul. So Schaefer will now be at the line for 2.
You know, I believe that if Lucy Schaefer drains these 2 shots, the Comets take this one home. The Comets beat number 5 Gilbert, and they're going to retain their ranking. But a lot of that's dependent on whether or not Lucy Schaefer can make these points. Lucy Schaefer has 8 points on the night.
Correction, it'll be a 1-and-1 opportunity. They only have 9 team fouls for Gilbert. First free throw is good for Schaefer.
Bam!
She struggled early, but she looks to convert during the 1-and-1 opportunity. Hopefully she'll get the second one to fall and extend the lead to 9.
Absolutely. She's going to knock them down. Here's another one.
Gets the second one
That's
to fall.
It.
9-point lead with 30 seconds left. And, Chris, this game looks to be good as done.
I think so, too. I think the Comets are going to take it. And I don't know if a GOAT conversation exists for North Polk women's basketball, but I think Jaden Murphy ought to be in the GOAT conversation.
As the 3 is good by Bowman. Number 21, Emma Bowman there on that 3. She cuts the lead down to 6 with 19 seconds left in this game.
Yeah. You know, 19 seconds, down by 6. You know, I feel like the Comets have this one pretty much wrapped up. But, I mean, if they throw the ball in and it gets, you know, taken away by the Tigers right away and they shoot a 3 and they manage to make that, then, you know, we might be wrong. But it's going to be pretty dependent on how this throw-in turns out.
I've seen UNI blow a 12-point lead with 54 seconds in a game to Texas A&M in the tournament. So we'll see if North Polk can keep this 6-point lead here with 19 seconds.
Yeah.
Crazier things have happened in basketball.
That's true. That's true. I mean, I feel like we said, you know, this game might be put away, but maybe we ought to not count our chickens before they hatch because you never know how this one might turn out.
And hopefully we didn't jinx it here for the North Polk Comets.
I hope not. If we do, they might have our jobs. Just kidding. We're the only people who want to do this.
North Polk will have the ball on the baseline following the timeout. Gilbert looking for the man-to-man press here still. As Gilbert matches up. Zimmer to inbound. Zimmer struggling to find someone. Has to get the ball in here quick. 5 seconds is called there on Zimmer. She took too long to get the ball in. Some subs here for Gilbert as Roto, Johnson, and Curran will check in the game for Millhouse, Lynch, as well as Ellie Bowman. Ava Hawthorne to inbound. Hawthorne inbounds to and one by Bowman.
Oh, no!
It is a 3-point game with 17 seconds remaining.
Oh, I don't know about you guys. I think everyone right now is on their toes.
It's a 4-point game. If she knocks down this free throw, she'll cut it to 3.
If she makes this one, everything changes.
The free throw is good.
Whoa.
It's a 3-point game with 17 seconds. Millhouse, Lynch, and Ellie Bowman are checked in the game. Correction, Cruz is checked in the game. Zimmer to inbound. She has to get the ball here in 5 seconds. Finds Murphy. They'll foul Murphy on the intentional foul. Murphy will be at the line here for 2 as they have 10 team fouls here in this game.
If Murphy can make one of these one of these free throws, that's gonna be really, 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 really nice for the Comets.
Now 2 is gonna be crucial here for Murphy. She wants to look to ice this game.
Ice in her veins.
And the first one's good, extends the lead to 4 points. It'll be a 2-possession game.
This is why Jaden should be in the North Polk girls basketball GOAT conversation if one exists.
60-56, 14.9 remaining here in the final seconds of the game. The second one is no good for Murphy. Schaefer goes for the offensive rebound. No foul is called as she gets hammered to the ground there. It'll be called out of bounds on Schaefer. Johnson to inbound.
Both teams getting pretty aggressive on that. I think the ref's just going to let them play these last couple seconds of the game. And that's just going to be how it is.
To press. Zimmer picks up Hawthorne. Hawthorne drives inside, lays it up and good. It is a 2-point game, 7 seconds.
4 points, 7 seconds left.
Timeout here by the Tigers. Tigers are going to look for a game plan to try to be able to push this game to overtime or get a 3 for the win. The question is, which do you want to go for? Do you want to risk it all and go for the win? Or do you want to try to go to overtime and match up against North Polk?
I feel like North Polk's a very strong overtime team. That being said, it's rare that you see North Polk teams going to overtime. I feel like a lot of our games end up being either a blowout, either one or either way.
But will we see Gilbert intentionally foul here? Gilbert is down by 2 with 7 seconds remaining. If they go for the intentional foul, they have the chance of letting North Polk knock down 2 or only knock down 1 or perhaps miss both at the line and push the ball down the floor and try to either get a 3 or get a 2 to tie.
Absolutely. And with North Polk's current lineup in, I just don't see him missing a lot of free throws. We got Zimmer, Phipps, Schaefer, Murphy, and Foster.
And North Polk is a great free throw shooting team, but let's hope we don't jinx that here.
It's going to be 58-60
for the Comets. 60-58,
might very well decide the game.
7.7. Zimmer looking. She finds Maggie Phipps. Intentional foul will be called on Maggie. Maggie Phipps will be at the line for 2.
Whoa. I'm sure that doesn't feel too good for her. That's probably a solid little floor burn.
Coach Albertson is arguing that it should be an intentional foul there, but the refs are explaining that it is not. It's Phipps.
Maggie Phipps.
First is good.
Knocking him down.
Extends the lead to 3. It could potentially be a 1-possession game here if she misses. 6.5 on the clock. 3-point lead here for the Comets.
If she can make this shot, that changes everything.
And
she
it's good.
Can.
4-point lead here for the Comets. As Maggie Phipps picks up Bowman across half. Bowman pulls for 3. Miracle 3 by Bowman, but clock will expire.
And that's it.
Bowman is able to hit a late 3 there.
That's all she wrote.
North Polk wins
Wow.
62-61.
Let's talk about an electrifying game. A buzzer beater 3, not enough to do it, as the Comets barely make their way out of it here in Alleman. 62-61. Incredible.
We've seen Gilbert make back-to-back quarters with buzzer beaters. We saw Ava Hawthorne there at the end of the third with the buzzer beater, as well as Emma Bowman there with the buzzer beater 3 to end that half, or to end that game.
Yeah, I mean, it's really exciting. I'm going to have to leave you guys real quick, but closing thoughts, Jaden Murphy might very well be the GOAT. And with that, we're going to head out.
We'll see you here at the end of the break for this North Polk doubleheader.